to the bot.
Hello, hello, hello.
Ah,
Hey,
I don't have leaf. Hello.
Hello.
Jack, you did want to do something.
I am going to do something. I'm just trying to get things together here. Hello, everyone. We're here. And as you can see, we're kind of missing one person today. For those of you who weren't here last week, our regular DM is currently on vacation with his lovely lady. So he's on a break, and today we are running a one-shot. So it's going to be a break from our regularly scheduled chaos. This one shot is going to take place in another homebrew world. The three of us players will be playing completely new characters, and all our characters are homebrew. So we're getting a little crazy today, and actually, David is going to be the one running our quest today. So we're all super hyped to watch David DM for us.
Yeah, enjoy this chaos. And as they journey to the pit and back.
There is much fright.
much.
Yeah, I think I'm actually enjoying this way too much. But as it stands. Do you guys want to introduce your characters?
Go for it. Sean, why don't you start us off?
Okay. I'm I'm Or. I'm an ogre, and I like birdies and shiny things, and I want to have fun, friends. That's me. Hi.
Riley.
My character's Leaf. That's about it. He doesn't talk much, but he is an animated suit of armor. And we'll see if everyone figures that out or not.
Awesome. I'll be playing Shade, who is something called a death cause, which turns out to be an elemental of death. So, our party's a little crazy, if you couldn't tell. We'll probably get into our descriptions a little more closer in, but that's us this week, guys. Welcome to the chaos.
So, I'll give you a little bit of backstory as to what is happening in this. In all honesty, I actually took the inspiration of the story from another character that I actually have created, based off in Shaq's actual homebrew world. So, this is the story of when he actually, soon after he arrives into this world, but nobody knows. They just know that the group knows that they're going to be searching for something. They don't know what, but I figure I at least give all of you watching a little bit of an idea of what to expect. This is the option that we're looking for, and I hope you guys enjoy. Because, not gonna lie, it's my first time DMing, and I am both frightened as hell as well as excited. So,
Me.
You're gonna be great. You're gonna be great.
Got this.
to start
You're
off
gonna be
this
too
story,
great.
to start off this story, Shade, you've actually been summoned to a guildmaster who knows of your skill set, knows that you are very good at obtaining items that no one else can, with the least amount of bloodshed and the least amount of worry. Nothing has ever been tied back to you, but he has heard rumors of you. As you come into this room with this guildmaster, you see behind him a suit of armor. And in the room, staring off out the window, looking at a pretty bird, is an ogre. Sorry, as an orc. You can see that the guildmaster is a little bit exasperated with him. And the moment that you actually pass the threshold, all you hear is, "Thank God, finally somebody I can speak to. How have you been, my dear Shade?"
Well enough. Wandering town to town. Enjoying what I get.
Ah, yes. I've heard. Stories, rumors, the like. So,
Rumors are a lot of fun to listen to.
that they were, will not lie. But I have a job, and this is a job that requires a little bit more muscle. So I'm going to send with you the hunk of metal behind me,
He's leather.
leaf, and the ore.
That.
Ore.
Huh?
Yes.
What?
I have a little bit of a bet going on.
I
with
can't hear you. What?
Yes, we understand that, Or. I know this very well.
You
Why
you
don't
said my name.
Come here, Or. Come here. Come here.
Okay.
So, I have a job and a bit of a bet that I need you all to fulfill for me. You're going to go up into the mountains, inside this cave. At this bottom of this cave, I've heard to be a metallic artifact that holds vast amounts of magic inside. The bet I have that I'm putting all of nearly about 1,000 platinum on is for you all to complete it. Get the artifact and bring it out in one piece. My compatriots said you would not get it done. I hope you prove me right.
She's kind of looking around. Because, for one, she's looking at the two people who she's being told she has to go with, and her first thing is, I don't work with people. Shade travels alone. But 1,000 platinum sounds spicy. By the way, for context to our viewers, Shade is about 6.5 feet tall. She's got kind of this pale purplish skin and white hair and these really wide, enchanting eyes that almost look like galaxies are in them. Got long ears, even longer than like a regular elf, and she's very, very nice to look at. We'll put it at. So Shade's looking around. She looks at this giant thing over by the window that's yelling, and then at the absolute silent leather armor clad thing. Well, now I'm in it because you said somebody said I couldn't. But that 1,000 platinum doesn't hurt. And it's definitely gonna cover the damages that are gonna be done to my stuff because of these two. So, yeah.
For you, Shade, since I've actually asked you specifically by name to become part of this, I will make sure that there is actually an extra 200 platinum for you.
See, I really like the sound of that.
I
I'll
know
get you your
would.
shiny metal thing.
Thank you, my dear. And then he looks over to Or, and he goes, Or, I want you to remember, when you help the pretty lady complete this task.
She's pretty and shiny. I like shiny.
Yes, Or, I know you do. Which is the reason why quarter of the money that they find is yours for
Okay.
completing it.
Okay.
He doesn't turn from his chair. He just kind of looks over his shoulder to Leaf. And just goes, and Leaf, you may end up getting an answer to your question at the end of this, too.
What do you
As
mean
for
by
what your master once said to you, your creator. I wish you luck. Now, get the hell out of my office. I have things to do, and you all need to make sure I win a bet.
Or's just gonna walk up and give him a big hug.
God damn it.
Like,
Or, let go. Let go of me.
it's just
Or-
I'm missing you, my friend.
Drop me, Or.
Okay. Sorry. Sorry.
Just go. Just go.
Okay.
I
will
hand
follow.
Shade the map pertaining to where to go. And I let you guys off.
Leaf
He
is
sits-
already out the door.
Sits back at his desk, starts working some more.
Shade's looking at the map, and she was gonna say something to Leaf as he.
He's like that. Don't
Doesn't-
worry.
I get that impression.
Yes. Yes, he does.
She looks at the receding Leaf, and then over at Orin's like, they balance each other out, don't they?
Yes, they do, which is the reason why I wanted them to go with you.
You're lucky I like you.
Yes, I know.
And then she just turns around and leaves.
Or go follow the pretty lady. Goodbye.
Okay. Wait, pretty lady.
She just doesn't turn around.
So, do you guys say anything to each other as you guys actually leave?
As soon as they leave the door, Leaf is standing directly next, or like directly next to the exit, just hands out, like one hand clasping the other wrist, and just looking straight forward, waiting for them, and then looks at them as soon as they exit.
You don't say much. I'm sure this one will make up for it. And then she looks at the map. And she's just like kind of taking note of where they gotta go. And she's traveled a lot, so maps are not an unfamiliar.
She would see that on the map there is a big X, roughly about 30 miles away to the north of the city, up in the mountains. And all it says, right above it, is Bones Playground.
I can't decide whether the map thinks I'm a child or if this is a playground for adults. Which the implication in her tone is quite clear.
What kind of playground do they have? Like slides and swings?
Well, considering it's called Bones, if it does, I don't think they're going to be ones you're going to actually want to play on.
Oh. what?
Probably not.
Okay.
You're not very bright.
What?
That's what I thought.
I can't hear you. He shows like his mangled, like scarred ear.
Poor big guy. And then she just goes back to the map. He's like, well, how looking at the map, like how long is it going to take them to get from where they are to the mountain?
Probably about, for you guys, the way that he has set up everything, there is travel to there. There is actual horses and everything, so roughly about a couple of hours.
Great.
Because he has actually made sure that you guys get there as quickly as possible to complete this bet as fast as possible.
Mm-hmm. She rolls up the map, sticks it in a bag. Well, off we go. It's been a long time since I've had to ride a horse. I just walk.
Horsies?
Or I get
Oh,
nice strangers to give me
horse.
a ride. And then she goes out to go find their stuff.
They would find as they walk out, there's actual horses meant for all of them. All war horses, all proportioned for them to ride in order to get them within about 5 hours.
Leaf climbs up on one of the horses.
Shade's just really tall, so she just kind of like just swings herself over real easily, gets on, and she's just like sitting up there all confident and pretty and all that, and holds up the reins, and she waits to make sure the other two get on.
Orion is just talking to the horse and Ped.
Leaf
You're-
is just looking to Shade, waiting for the go-ahead.
You're my friend. Yeah, I like you.
Hey, big
Oh.
guy!
You buttercup.
Big guy,
Huh?
you need to get on the horse.
But that will hurt it. I will walk.
No.
But
All you hear from a
Presume-
window above is, Orion, get on the bloody horse now.
oh, okay. I'm sorry if this hurts you. Okay, little horse buttercup. Okay, and he's gonna just like boom, boom, and like just like lightly lift his leg and just like gingerly sit on this horse as like carefully as he can. He's okay. He's okay.
Shade is starting to realize she's got her work cut out for her. And is also remembering why she travels alone all the time. Anyway, she flips the reins and off she goes. I'm assuming the others follow.
Yeah.
Roughly about 4 hours into your travel, your last hour, I would like you all to actually make a perception check for me.
Heck.
There it is.
Ah. I'm decent at this.
I am not.
That magical eyesight.
That was a 9.
That's 20.
What kind of perception is involved? Sight or hearing?
Doesn't matter. Just
Okay.
roll me a perception check. I'll tell you later if it does. Okay.
Ooh, alright.
Shade is so focused on her thoughts, like regretting accepting all this money. She doesn't notice anything out of sorts. Yet on
Shade
the
is
other
singing.
hand, that works.
She's distracted singing as she's riding her horse.
Orion and Leaf, on the other hand, notice that there is a billowing cloud coming towards them in the distance.
Leaf will whistle out a sharp whistle. Which is a.
Ow! What?
Oh, yeah.
He gestures his head in the direction of the pillar of smoke.
You're loud when you want to be. And looks over at the smoke.
As you guys are running, you guys are riding through, you start to hear sounds, little roars, little chittering as you go through. And all of a sudden you start seeing 50 kobold with
Jeez.
weaponry chasing you.
Chasing us?
Chasing you. And all you hear is food for master, food for master.
How they get behind us?
Leaf will very quickly pull out a deck of cards and spray
They
them
are
into the.
still about 150 feet from you.
Uh-huh.
Because you guys are on war horses, and they're pretty much on ponies.
Yeah.
They're still
if they-
chasing, but
if
they're
they-
nowhere near close.
If it's for if they manage to catch up, but he'll take out the deck of cards and he'll spray it out into the air like you're playing 52 pickup, except for they all stop and float around him.
Will you
Just kinda looks
guys
back.
continue, or do you stop?
Shade doesn't want to get ambushed by 50 freaking kobolds. They might be small, but there's a lot of them.
So as you guys continue in, you see
Leaf
a cave
follows.
entrance in front of you. This would be the cave that you need to go to. Do you guys drop off your horses and run inside?
Is it not big enough to take the horses in with us?
It is not big enough to fit the horses inside.
You want Shade? She gets up close enough. She doesn't wait for the horse to stop. She just kind of swings over the side and runs for the cave.
Or Leaf.
Leaf will. He doesn't want to lose the horse, but he will stop the horse, tie it to it. Man, he won't tie it so he can run, and then join her in the cave.
Orion will try to push the horse into the cave to protect it from the kobolds.
The horse specifically jumps out and does not go near the cave.
Buttercup is dangerous.
The horse, moment that you get off, bolts with the other two off into the distance as the kobolds come up.
No,
Do you stay outside?
no.
Big guy! You hear from the cave.
Okay. The
As
horsey.
you guys run inside this room, the kobolds will eventually catch up. They do not go into this room. They stay outside the entire time. All you hear is food, 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 food. And they start preparing stuff for a feast. They start to bring out firewood, bowls, pots, pans, and they just start chanting. Nothing's being
Leaf-
said yet, but that's all that's happening outside.
Leaf will
Inside. Mm-hmm.
Leaf's gonna take a gander out. Can you see what they're making food out of?
Nope, not right now, because all they're doing right now is just setting up. He has no idea as to what's going on. All he can see is they are putting together, grabbing supplies.
Okay.
Now, you guys are in the room. It looks like the normal, basic study. There is a table with a book on it.
Shade is looking out at the kobolds, and she's going to look at one, like whatever one is closest to her within 60 feet, and is just gonna point at it.
They are
And be
all
like-
together.
She's just gonna pick one from the crowd, because this cantrip only picks one person. She just points, she's like, hey, you're small and ugly, I might be a snack, but you can't eat me! And casts Vicious Mockery. So I need a wisdom save from a kobold.
The kobold is going to fail because he's not expecting anything. And he's going to shriek and run out for a while. He will eventually come back, but he's just like, no, no, no.
Takes 4 damage.
Okay. Now, you guys are in this room. There's a book. You now know that there's no way that you guys can get out. And there is a path on the other side.
But they want us to have food with them. Dinner.
They think that we are food.
No.
If they get us, you go first. There's more meat on you and they want you.
No.
I don't have enough on me to be particularly appetizing to anything other than the eye.
Leaf just looks to Orr, and then kind of just does a like there's just a little bit of a nod. You can't see any facial expressions because his face is covered, or quote unquote face is covered, but it just looks like, yeah. Essentially, just like, yeah, no, probably best for them to go first.
Does not understand what you mean at all, like either of you. But I can make a friend. I'm friendly. I want me to go make friends. I can make friends.
I may not care about you, but I'm not going to lose the meat wall that you are, because I'm going to survive this and move on with my life. And that 1,000 platinum sounds like everything I need to be set up for the next forever.
So no friends.
No friends.
You my friend?
If you cost me this platinum, I will be the one to end you, not the kobolds.
Pretty lady mean.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, Leaf just kind of puts his hand up, and all the cards just kind of fold, like go back together into his palm like this, and he just kind of stows it. By the way, this is what the card back looks like.
Alright, that's pretty cool. So, what do you guys do?
She's like, this is why I go by myself everywhere. And she walks over to the book.
Okay. Looking at the book, it's a language that you don't recognize. None of you would. But
As she's looking at the book, she's going to cast Detect Magic.
it lights up with magic of enchantment. And as she does that, the book flips open. And on the very first page, all it says is, complete the puzzles and riddles, for the exit is past the light. Signed, Bones.
I hate puzzles. I hate puzzles. I hate puzzles. I hate puzzles.
And an arrow
Like-
points to the passageway ahead of them.
She looks around the room. Is there any other magic? Because it has a radius on
No.
it. It's got.
There's nothing else. Just that.
That must
Actually,
be-
she's got Detect Magic. She's like looking around. She gets magic off of Leaf, doesn't she?
Oh yeah, his
She does
entire
get.
person.
She gets. He pretty
she
much.
looks at Leaf.
He
and she's
lights
like,
up like a
"Holy."
Christmas tree.
She looks at Leaf and kind of like,
And he
My the
also
gods,
is based off of enchantment magic.
is any of you not magic?
No.
She just turns around and stops looking at him because he's far too magical. But she keeps up the spell for a bit, for as long as it lasts, which is
So,
10 minutes.
the path ahead of you is open.
And as she's walking, she pulls out her. What is her weapon? Her rapier of warning.
What did the book say?
Says we have to do riddles and puzzles and things to get out in some kind of light and
Puzzles are.
by some self-righteous bastard named Bones.
The term playground makes more sense now.
Yeah, adult kind. Not the fun kind.
So,
Not the fun adult kind.
you guys walk out the room, right? Into the hallway.
Yes.
Okay. Do you do anything in the next 6 seconds?
You mother. She
Leaf
still
would
has
make a-
Detect Magic up,
Leaf
and
will
she
make
has her rapier of warning. Oh, that's all she's got.
Leaf will make a perception check.
Leaf
Roll
will
it
make
for
a
me.
perception check because we are going to break the fourth wall and be sus of the DM.
That's fine. That's
Well, he's
perfectly
just kind
fine.
of he's looking around to see like what is here.
Roll it.
We're just going. Whoa, this is cool.
18.
Okay. As you step out, your foot almost lands on a tripwire. And just behind it, if you had continued to step down, was a pressure plate.
Shade's in the front, and I'm gonna roll perception for her, just to see
Okay.
if she notices this. Otherwise, Nope, that was a crit fail.
Oh, I'm
Shade
sorry.
sees
I'm sorry.
Nothing.
Leaf, as you realize what is happening,
There's. Uh,
she steps on both at the same
he-
time.
he's darting backwards.
You can't. Because the moment that her foot hits that plate, you all hear a clicking sound and a slight rumbling behind you and above.
Is that thunder? Is it going?
You see, because Orion is probably going to turn, a boulder start to roll towards you.
Did you just Indiana Jones this?
Yes, for the first roll, I had to. I couldn't help it.
Big rock.
Move now.
Yeet!
It's
Shade sees rock, Shade goes, Noom.
It's just gonna start moving faster than everybody else somehow. It's got 40 feet.
No, it's not. It's not. As you all run down this hallway, it's the boulder's crude, made by kobolds. It's not really the smoothest thing. So you have a bit of speed ahead of it. You see in the distance 3 passages, a left, a right, and a center. You have 10 seconds to make a choice.
Shade goes left. Shade goes left.
He follows.
She doesn't think the rock is gonna turn in any direction, so Noom.
Orion?
No,
They
Leaf-
went left.
Yeah, Leaf
Okay.
wasn't gonna try and see if there was
Left.
something about each of these.
As you
entrances.
all,
We are running. You have 10 seconds. How are you gonna notice anything?
all of
He's
you,
got magical
as you go
sight.
in, he's also a
She
blind side for 60
still has
feet.
detect magic up as well.
As you all run into this hallway, you hear a thud behind you. But you're not sure as to what it is. So, you go through. Problem is, the hallway that you have is slanted. None of you can actually catch your grip.
Jeez.
You are sliding down into a pit and land almost on top of each other.
Hang on.
I would say Shade probably lands last, even though she was running in, because, like, she's very light. She weighs 40 pounds.
Actually, no, because of the fact it's slick, she'd probably be the first out and not landed on top of.
Slow fall.
Okay. That only works
Hey,
in air.
Shade
though.
goes tumbling and crashes down at the bottom.
That only
except
works
she-
in air. So when you actually get out into midair, you will end up slowing.
Oh, I thought it worked off. You can use
No.
your react.
Remember, I played as a monk. I know it very well. So, what happens is, you are now in this pit. And the walls look like they are actually filled, like they're slick with water. And above you is which is about 40 feet up in the air, a 15-foot hole. The ramp that you guys got into this room, you watch as it's sealed with bars. So you cannot try to climb back up that way. The only way out that you could see in this room is up
And how far to the ceiling?
40 feet.
Shade
Leaf.
gets up.
Oh.
Oh, go
Leaf
for
is-
it.
Leaf's gonna look around, see if he can find anything on the level they are, like a hidden door, anything that would help them out of this pit, other than
I will say
hole
that
up
due
top.
to Leaf's perception, Leaf would end up realizing that there is a slow trickle of water. And the walls are slick due to water. You can tell all that.
Shade gets up and like she goes to start dusting off her clothes, and then she's just like, wait a second, and her clothes just magically are clean without explanation. Just we're done now. She's like, okay,
Whoa.
better. I'm gonna need more than that 1,000 platinum for this crap. And she starts looking around, trying to see if
You can
anything-
definitely see that there's places on the wall that you could possibly use as handholds, but it's pretty slick.
Ryan is gonna lick the wall.
He's gonna tell it's wet.
Got it.
Shay looks at why?
It is wet.
The voice from earlier,
And you don't know with what?
Does it taste water?
the voice from earlier, just that she actually heard, that you all heard in your head, just comes through again, and all you hear is, "The solution is up. Now, do you get wet or do you fall?"
I don't like the implication that we can go any further down than we already are.
Does everybody hear that, or just?
Oh, you all hear it. That's all in your head. Well, pseudo head.
Who said that?
I don't know.
We-
Bones. Welcome to Bones' playground. I hope that you'll find this to be as entertaining as I hope to.
You know, would it be entertaining if you show yourself and you and I have a conversation?
When you complete the puzzles and the riddles, get through the light at the end, then we'll talk. But not before that.
She just starts muttering to herself. Yeah, she's talking in the room. Just
Ryan's
clearly mocking. Just like, get a playground.
to leave and just knock. Ting, ting, ting. Is that you speaking in my head?
Leather armor, so it's more of a toot toot toot.
Oh, okay.
But he just like, don't do that ever again.
That your voice is the same. Where is the voice coming from? And he's gonna start just like looking around the room to try and find the voice.
You all start feeling water start lapping at your feet.
He will just start trying to climb with the handholds that are somewhat available.
Athletics check.
Oh no.
Can I use acrobatics?
Athletics check.
Can we see like an exit above us?
There's a hole
Ooh, 18.
How
40
far?
feet 40 feet above you. That's 15 feet wide.
18.
And you get about halfway. You're gonna have to roll me another one. But the problem is now you have to roll it as well as roll in acrobatics if you want to catch the
acrobatics
lip. Nope, you need to roll athletics first
is...
to get high enough up.
That's a
Because you
6.
also need the force off of your actual athletics to push off and see if you can grab.
Okay, well, that's a 6 athletics, and that's an 18 acrobatics.
Roll me a D100.
Oh, shoot.
Shade's just watching him
48.
as she tries to.
Your fingertips just graze the lip of the hole as you start falling back because you didn't have enough force when you pushed off.
Can Orion try to catch him?
You could. Orion could try to catch him. That's fine. Or strength check.
Oh, okay. 18.
You catch him. No issues.
You
The
gotta
water
be.
is slowly coming up mid-calf.
Shade's
Does
standing
anybody,
there.
by the way, look up into the hole?
How can we? Well, Shade's looking up at it, but like,
You would see
I don't-
glistening,
what kind of glistening?
as in shiny things.
Shiny.
Oh, there's shiny up there.
But you can't tell what it is from where you are.
Or
Mm,
do you think you could throw me up there?
okay. Strength check, acrobatics, athletics. What do you want?
Strength check.
Mm.
22.
Oh jeez.
Okay. Orion. Leaf needs to give me an acrobatics check.
Yeah, this is what I'm good at.
Also, we have lots of love for the DM right now in the chat. All the love
Nat
and
20 for a
support.
27.
Jesus.
You actually get through, and you make a 3-point landing at the very top of this hole.
What do I see? What do
Yay!
I see in this room?
You see keys everywhere, as well as two doors. So there's 2 doors, one on each side of this hallway,
All right.
and there are keys littered all over,
Would there
embedded in the
be-
wall. They are, just to give you a complete understanding of this room. They are in the wall. They are hanging off the wall. They are hanging from the ceiling, all over the floor.
Is there any anything that would be able to hold weight? Like any like beams or some sort of hold like
door.
the door?
The doors are sealed. And you can see that you definitely need a key for the door. For either door.
presumably. He will take out 50 feet of rope and he will
The door is about 10 feet from the hole.
wrap it, trail it, toss the rope down. Or one end, and he's gonna hold on to it himself to also help, just in case he like breaks the door and they go falling or something.
Yeah, because rope comes down, Shade looks over to Orr and's like, you should probably go first. I'm a decent swimmer. Because I just kind of float.
But I'm the heaviest. I can hold the rope down. You go.
She's not gonna argue. Self-preservation just says new. So she grabs the rope and starts trying to shimmy up. Do I need a roll for that, or can I just go up the rope?
You go with the rope. They're both making sure of the fact that you're fine.
If the
Shimmies up
good
the
and
rope
anchoring it, it's pretty tight.
and gets to the top.
By the
Like-
time that Orr starts to climb, the water would be about up to his lower back.
He doesn't care about water.
I'm just keeping you guys up to date, you know?
You sure he wouldn't drink some?
So I'm taking that you're all upstairs?
Mhm.
Okay. So, like I said, there are 2 doors.
Look at this right mass.
That's a lot of keys. She still has detect magic up.
There's no magic in this room other than the giant Christmas tree that you've been walking with.
Yeah, she's trying not to look directly at Leaf because too much magic. Just, ugh.
Okay?
Or it's just gonna be picking up keys. Ooh, shiny.
Don't think that's a good idea, hun.
Nothing happens.
Leaf's gonna go over to the door that he used for the rope, untie the rope, bring it all back up, and it's weird. He doesn't have a backpack, but he like lifts a part of the armor and then just puts the rope inside.
Okay.
Uh,
Does he do it? Does he?
Shade's
he
gonna
doing
walk
anything
up
else?
and look at him like right in the face, and is just kind of staring at him. Not like and like she's squinting. Magic. There's nothing inside you, is there?
no.
She just kind of poke, poke, poke.
He as soon as
Like,
he answered
pokes.
with a as soon as he answered with a no, he turned and brought out some tools and starting to do lock picking on the door.
She just like poked his armor. It's like empty.
Which is
That would be.
it's dexterity plus proficiency.
Yes,
I
it
think.
would be.
Shade is going to look at the keys. Are they all the same kind of key, or are they
No,
all
these keys
different
are
keys?
all different. Some are gem encrusted, some are basic,
a
some
10.
are heavy, some are light.
She's going to start picking up all the ones with gems in them and putting them in her bag. Free money. Free money right there.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Free money.
I don't think
I
a 10
don't like
passes.
how you said that, but Shade is not thinking right now.
That's fine.
So,
You get nothing.
Do I at least find purchase? Does it actually have like a whole mechanism, or is it just like an
No.
empty
You could
bauble?
hear. You could definitely tell that there's a mechanism, but it's not working.
Other door? Another roll? Also, I'm just rolling. Ah, okay, that's nat 1, so no.
You couldn't even get them into the hole.
what are these doors made of?
They are both steel doors.
Damn it.
Are we trying to open the door?
Looks like we need to find a key.
Well, I can try to break it.
You
Looks
know,
like
you're big and
steel
beefy.
door.
But I'm betting on the doors.
Can I try to break the door?
I'm
Go
not going to
ahead.
stop you.
Strength check.
Don't hurt yourself.
24.
You hit the door so hard, the door almost gives, but it snaps back into place and launches you back.
Oh,
Yeet.
whoa. I
You
don't think
land on your back
Hmm.
by the little hole.
Shade
And
just
as you
starts
do-
laughing.
As you do, the back of your head gets wet. The water has filled up the 40 feet pit that you guys were in and is now at level with you guys almost.
Shade is going to look through, because there's no window or anything on this. It's just pure steel except for the keyhole.
Mm-hmm.
If she looks through the keyhole, can she see through to the other side?
All she sees is darkness.
Is there any symbols or anything on the door?
No.
On the doors.
Nope. The
room is
doors
just
are
full of
plain
keys.
doors, and it's full of keys. Remember, there's a doorway on the left, and there's a doorway on the right.
and there's 0 damage to the door that he smashed at.
No. If anything, he would swear the door was not metal from the way it snapped back.
So,
And we all
doesn't have to
watched this
worry.
happen.
He cannot
Mhm.
die because he doesn't have to breathe. It's just the other two is the problem. So he'll just go over nonchalantly and start picking up keys and trying them on the door.
The water is currently.
Shade
up
is going
your
to poke the
ankles.
door. She's going to
feels
try
like
and
steel.
tickle the door.
It feels like steel.
Just like you just watch her go up and like, damn it.
The door, for all physical touch, feels like steel.
Shade gets mad and she pulls out a dagger and stabs the door.
It bends, snaps back.
Teeter. She's gonna stab the keyhole.
Nothing happens.
She's
No, I'm
gonna-
sorry. Your dagger gets chipped.
You owe me a dagger. She says to the door, as if it's... She's so fed up with this.
The
Start
water-
trying
And her
keys
detect
up.
magic detects nothing.
It takes nothing.
Can Orion? You said the hole's 15 feet around, right?
The hole is 15 feet across, but there's enough space to walk around it. The water at this point is up to your knees, and you are seeing keys that are floating.
Only some of them are floating?
Only some of them are floating.
She's gonna start picking up the floating keys and sticking them in the lock.
Same thing for Leaf. He's gonna see floating keys, and he's gonna take a few of them and try it on the door.
Nope. Not working.
David, we knew it. You were gonna...
Instant.
This is the
death.
first. This is the first row.
Can Orion plug the hole? He's
Yeah,
large.
Shade's not worried either. Shade doesn't need to breathe.
Mm-mm.
We're worried about the big guy.
There's no,
Orion.
no. The hole is too wide. You
Orion's
can't.
the only
plug-
one at risk here.
He said that he was gonna kill me. We said it. It's we said it. This is how he died. He's gonna drown.
The water goes to your waist, and
Hmm.
there is. Roll me, everybody. Roll me a perception check.
Oh, we're gonna watch Shade fail at that again.
22.
That one.
Oh,
Oh, that was
Ryan.
a 21!
Orion just sees keys floating everywhere. Not paying attention.
Keys.
Shade and Leaf, on the other hand, both see that there is a singular key buoyant in the water. It is not sinking. It is not floating.
It's just floating in the middle.
It's just in the middle.
Snatch.
Oh, Leaf was about to grab it.
Which
and then...
door do you open? Left or right?
She looks at Leaf. I picked last time, it's your turn. If we die in the next room, it's your fault.
He takes it and goes
I
to the right.
Also need I need one person to roll me a d20. A flat d20.
Since
Yeah, here. Yeah, you do it, Sean.
okay,
And you said right door, right?
Mm-hmm.
11.
Okay.
David, you scare me.
As you guys open the door, the water pushes you all out. And you see a flash of light
Out where? Like, are we going back
Through
into
the
that
door.
pit we just came from?
through the door.
Oh,
water
the
came
water
up
just
the
goes...
pit. Yes.
The water just spanked us all into the room.
Yes. Problem is this. As you guys are yeeted through this doorway, there's a flash of red light. And for a second, as your detect magic is still up, you sense that this is transmutation magic
No.
before you all disappear. And you are all thrown back into the hallway where the actual boulder was. Landing once again on top of the pressure plate, which once again clicks and the rumbling starts. But as you guys hear that all, you see outside the kobolds are working on a flame for a really big pot. So, you guys are running again?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Actually,
We
Shade
can
looks
lead
to
this time.
Orr and is like,
Right?
"Hey, big guy,
And center.
you think you can stop this?"
There's no left hallway anymore.
Okay.
There's
Stop.
no- I want you to roll me a strength check. I just want to see what happens now.
Oh God, 10.
This boulder hits you, and it's pushing you down the hallway.
We just see Orion go.
It's pretty much said
Oh!
you are going on this ride.
Can he try to spread his feet out to slow, like to stop himself?
It's not stopping for you.
It's like the old Greek god
This
that had to hold a
rock-
boulder.
Compared to the previous one,
Another one punished in
you
hell.
could all tell is a lot heavier. As if this is punishment for failing it. Okay?
Leaf isn't even paying attention to the boulder. He's
So,
just booked it.
You
in his-
have
She watched
Right.
Orr start sliding, and she went "Noom," and she's just going
right
straight
or
down
center.
this time.
Straight or right. You have two
Straight.
options.
center.
Straight.
Straight? Okay.
That's where he's getting
And
pushed.
as they're running, she just shouts into the air, "Your drinks are getting old!"
All she hears in her voice is, don't fail it, and you'll be fine. If you fail it, well, you see what's waiting for you outside.
Don't tell me what to do, you bony bitch!
We'll see what happens later. So as you run through, the boulder this time isn't stopping.
Neither
How
is Leaf.
fast is it? Can Orr like just like stop pushing and like get space away from it, or is it
No,
if he wants to turn around? Is he going to get run over?
no, he can't. He's ready to devote himself to this.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
He
Yeah.
threw himself into this mess, and yeah. With the two of you up ahead, roll me a perception check real quick.
Get another.
But you guys are going fast. so
22.
Connie!
you both see that the nondescript stone walls that you have been running past have purple splotches as you're running down this hallway.
Don't like that.
Okay? No, nothing else is telling about this hallway, just purple. And as you run through, or once again, because apparently I think this is going to be the MO for this entire thing, gets launched into the room when the stone boulder hits the wall. You're now all inside of a room that looks normal. Looks like a standard stone-worked cavern. It's about 30 feet by 30 feet with a ceiling about 40 feet. Center of the room, there is a 3 levers. And in your voices this time, in your heads, you hear, answer my riddles, and you may proceed. Fail, and let the chase resume.
And if I just say no, can I go home?
I don't think that's possible since they're waiting for a feast outside. A minute later, that way Shade can kind of cool off. You all hear, this room is simple. Only the royals will pass. All others will be removed. And in front of you, you have 3 levers. A red lever, a blue lever, and a yellow lever.
And he said, only the royals shall pass?
Mm-hmm. I already gave you the hint.
Leaf will
Oh,
walk
I'm
up.
sure.
Leaf will walk up and flip both the blue and red.
Does anybody else do anything?
Shades. Okay.
So you're letting him do it? I just want to be sure of this.
She doesn't know what to do.
I just want to know. You're letting
If
him
we
do it.
die, it's your fault.
That's perfectly fine. It's understandable. Okay. So,
I'd like to see you try.
when you actually do that, for a minute, you hear a rumbling.
No.
You could feel as if something has changed. And the passage at the end of the hall, I'm sorry, the other end of this room opens for you.
Leaf will walk through. Nonchalantly.
Well, that worked, and she walks on right after him.
Orion's just gonna stand there waiting for the next boulder. Looking around, he heard the rumble.
She like starts walking away, and she turns around. Big guy,
Huh?
this way.
But the rock has come back.
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Can we go on the water sled again? That was fun.
No.
So, as you continue down this hallway, Shade, roll me a d20.
Oh, dear God. 13.
Okay. Don't worry about that. So, you guys continue down the hall. You guys can talk. Do you guys look around for anything? Let me know what you're doing.
I mean, Leaf is always looking.
So roll me a perception check. And then
18.
investigation.
18 and 12.
You find a hole, an alcove, in the side. But you don't find anything else. Does anybody else want to give it a shot?
Is it like just like a hole that you could like stick your hand into? Or...
You could.
I'm gonna give it a shot, but Shay is not good at either of these things. You said perception and investigation?
Well, you already saw him look into
Investigation.
something, so investigation.
Three.
You what you do is where Leaf kind of like put his like forearm into this hole, you just went like a finger. You're like, there's nothing here. There is nothing here.
He
Mine's
puts his
good.
arm as far as he can in before it'll stop.
So roll it again. Roll the investigation again.
No, she does that, and she's like, "Hey, I've heard women tell stories about things like this."
I have no words.
9.
Um,
Do I get an advantage because I'm like sacrificing my arm here to feel around?
Your suit of armor won't hurt.
you know what?
Oh yeah, he
I
won't lose
forget-
function of his
I
arm.
forget about the fact that you have blind sight.
Oh yeah, I have blind sight out to 60 feet.
You can tell that there is something that needs to be, that there is something here, but you don't know where it is. But taking too much time, though, is a bit of an issue.
Something in where my arm is, or
I'm not answering that question.
He's just gonna like wave his arm around and see if he finds anything inside of this alcove.
You did this to yourself. Secondly, if you're gonna do that, roll me a d20.
Hey. 17.
Your hand smacks into something metallic.
Stops on it. Is it like something he can wrap his hand around, or
What are you doing? I'm not answering that question. Tell me what Leaf is doing.
well, if he hits something metallic, he stops. Like his hand like stops on it, and he kind of just starts to try and feel it, whatever the hell it is.
So, you can just tell that it is something that you can grab.
He grabs it,
And is that it? You're just gonna hold it?
pulls it, tries to pull it back out.
It comes out smoothly.
And what am I holding?
You're holding a crown that actually contains a topaz, a sapphire, as well as a emerald.
More shiny.
What?
Shade is eyeing it, and her clothes shimmer and change to become like really fine clothing that look like they would totally match this crown.
Do you guys continue down the hallway?
Was there anything in the hallway?
For all you know, that's it.
He's going do another quick search. He's gonna put his arm back in and try and move it around, see if there's anything else inside this alcove.
Shade's gonna make grabby hands at the crown.
He lifts part of his armor, shoves that inside of him and closes it, and then does what he was gonna do.
See, that's unfair.
Roll. Roll investigation. Yeah.
17.
You could definitely tell at one point there was something else in here, but there isn't anymore.
Shade is contemplating shoving her fist inside of his armor because she wants the crown. But she's...
Pulls arm back out and starts walking back down the hallway.
Okay. Do you all follow the living armor?
Okay.
resentfully.
Okay.
She wants the crown.
Inside the next room. It's small. It's about 20 feet. 20 by 20 by 10. And all of a sudden, out of the wall to the right, all you hear is, "Feed me the fruits of the earth. I want a blueberry, cherry, and grape."
Blueberry, cherry, and grape. Do I look around the room?
like
Is there
blueberries.
anything in here?
Okay. To answer that question, which I will end up, I'm gonna take this one out of context now. I'll let the three of you kind of figure this thing out real quick with the voice. To answer Stickbug's question, yes,
Full Metal Alchemist.
I know that.
Today.
I did not want to mention that, but yes, definitely.
If
This
you try
is-
to unwillingly shove Shade inside of the armor, she
This is an
will hurt
Alphonse
you.
and Eric. This is an Elric Brothers thing right now. Yes. So, I will repeat it for you. Alphonse and Elric. Yeah, no, it's Edward. Leave me alone. I'm enjoying this too much. So, you have
Shade hears the list of ingredients and is like, "Is somebody trying to make a pie?"
I like pie. Is there pie? I want pie.
Pie?
feed me the fruits of the earth.
Is there anything in
How
this
about
room?
this? You get me out of here, and I don't kick your ass.
Due to the fact, actually, that Leaf is a magical suit of armor, I want Leaf to roll me a history check.
While he's doing that, can Orion make a
21.
Huh? What's Orion gonna do?
He wants to look for pie. You making
You love us, David. You love
I
us
do.
so
I'm not
much.
gonna lie.
21 history check.
Okay. Leaf would recognize that what is known as the fruits of the earth are referring to gems.
Mm-hmm. And the 3 named were what again?
Sapphire, topaz. Well, from what you have is a blueberry, cherry, and grape.
Pulls out crown, looks at the crown. Can you try and remove these gems?
No.
Okay.
You
Is there
cannot.
anything on the wall
Shade
for him
is
to place
eyeing
the
the
crown?
crown again.
Is there any place he can put the crown on the wall at all?
All
Any
he
alcove?
hears for a third time, which gets louder from
He
the
will
magic
walk over
mouth.
to the wall as he's speaking, and then just like push the crown against the wall.
Hey!
The crown is eaten, and they actually hear crunching.
That was so pretty.
That's not terrifying.
somebody found pie?
I don't
can't
get
find
scared.
pie.
And a door opens at the other end of the room again.
You owe me a crown.
I just gave you your life.
Meh.
And he just walks to the door.
Ryan's gonna follow, and then like tap him again. Knock, knock, knock.
What did I say last time?
Do you, when you open yourself, do you have pie? You guys said there was pie.
He just shakes his head and continues walking.
Oh, this is beautiful. This is so beautiful. Okay. You continue on, and now you find a room with 3 doors. The door behind you slams shut, and it seems as though it is just pure stone. There are a total of 11 paintings, in this room. I won't describe it. There's just 11 paintings in this room. What do you
Okay.
do? There are
Leaf will
3
look-
doors.
Leaf will look at the doors. Are there anything on them that separate them in like design?
All you see on the doors is a word for, because Leaf actually understands primordial, he would end up seeing sky, land, water. What does that
Sky,
pertain to?
Land, water.
None of you know that.
Shade is looking at the paintings.
Okay. There's 11. Give me what number?
Shall go in
And-
order.
Okay. So, she would see in this order a forest, a there would be, it would go forest, seaside, plain, cliff, winter, desert, cliff, plain, winter, desert, and then a forest. 11 total. So just to make it a little bit easier, there are 2 plains, 2 forest, 2 cliff, 2 desert, 2 winter, and 1 seaside.
Leaf will walk back out.
So paintings.
Grab the seaside one.
She's going to
You
try and
grab?
grab the seaside one.
Okay.
I don't like that look on your face.
Roll me. Both of you. Dex saves.
Oh dear God.
25.
16.
Okay. You both barely get out of the way.
Of?
And you both take 4 damage as a roaring tide comes blasting out this painting into you two.
Well then.
Oh, the water slide's there. Cool.
Ow.
No,
She
go ahead
like
and
steps
yourself.
back. She's like, "Can things stop ruining my clothes?" She like looks down and like,
What?
while her clothes don't look wet, she's dripping.
What kind of damage is it?
Cold.
Cold?
Cold. Yeah. You're not resistant to that.
Yeah, David
I'm-
made
I'm
sure of that. You can
wondering
be
it-
hurt.
I was wondering if it was. I mean, I don't understand how that works, but yeah. Okay.
Cold water.
9 divided by 2, what, 4?
Yep.
I presume that I saved with the 25.
You got out of the way.
Yeah, he said we all took 4. He said you and I took 4.
What is Orion doing at this moment?
He saw the water, so he thought that was fun. He's just looking around, picking his nose.
So Shade, like, is the thing off the wall now, or did we put it back?
It didn't move.
It came out of the painting?
You touched the painting, and
So-
it came out.
So it was sky, earth, and water, right?
It. Who knows what it means? Who knows if it has any correlation to this whatsoever?
There's 3 doors, right?
There's a total of 3 doors.
Hmm.
He's gonna walk over to the water one. Does the door handle move? Is it locked?
There is no door handle. These doors are flat. There is no way to open. They are just there.
He kind of pushes on it. Does it move?
It feels like mesh.
Feels like what?
Mesh.
It doesn't feel like a door.
It does not feel like a door.
It's just like how far does it go before like he can't push it anymore?
How hard is he pushing?
Not with all of his strength, but
How hard is he pushing?
precisely 10 pounds worth of force.
He feels 15 pounds coming back at him.
Okay, he'll stop doing that.
Do you need me to break a door again?
This would just hurt you.
Okay.
And it like a random voice just came out of him. It was not the one he used before.
You sound funny.
What do you mean?
He's made of magic. Everything about him is funny.
What is
And not haha
Shade
funny.
doing? Meanwhile, these two are by the door. What is Shade doing?
I know what she wants to do, and I don't want to do it.
Just say it.
Shade wants to stab the painting. Which is why I wasn't gonna say anything.
Which painting?
The water one! But I haven't said she did it yet. I said she wants to do it. Cause this is Shade.
2 plains, 2 deserts, 2 forests, 2 cliffs, 2...
How about this? I will actually
Winters?
write it. I will write it into the chat for you.
You know what now? Here, she's going to resist the urge to stab the painting just yet, because she's gonna go over to a forest, and she's going to poke it.
Ah.
You just watch her like the hand comes up real slow, and then and she like yeets herself out to the side.
Intelligence save.
Oh dear God, that's a terrible one.
I'm not the
Oh
one who
no!
told you to do it.
Oh no! Yeah, that's a 5.
She finds herself transported into a forest. And it is dark. She would swear that the trees are menacing and yet don't attack her.
Leaf will walk back out from like where one of the doors was and just... Does he see her?
He sees her. She's standing in the middle of the room. Standing right before this painting. But she's not paying attention to you.
He walks
Just
over
this
and just
empty stare.
walks over and pokes her arm.
She does not
All
react.
right.
She does not react to you whatsoever. But Shade, while affected in this very dark, eerie forest, in the very, very far distance, you hear a roar.
Shade is gonna go the opposite direction of the roaring.
How far do you go?
She's just gonna go. She doesn't know where she is or where she's going. She's just gonna.
Okay. Roll me a d20. I'm sorry, roll me a d10.
9.
Okay. You break out of the forest illusion and run straight into one of the winter paintings. You have no chance of stopping yourself.
What happens now?
Oh, I'm enjoying this way too much now. Oh, this is beautiful.
Yeah, pick on the death elemental
That
bard.
is not my fault. That is not my fault. You had to pick one.
She took chaotic neutral seriously. Anyway, what am I doing now?
Roll me a con save.
No.
What happened for our visual?
For your visual, you just see her going from standing before
That would be another 5.
standing before the forest painting, and she all of a sudden bolts 20 feet straight into the into the actual winter painting.
Does she disappear?
No, no, she just runs smack straight into it. Her face meets the painting, and as it happens, it's like a concussive force comes out. So she takes 6 thunder damage, and is covered in snow.
Pretty lady, why you run into the wall?
She just stands there, and you'll notice, oddly enough, that the snow that should be on, like, her head and shoulders isn't on her head and shoulders. It's hovering a foot above her. And it looks like a head and shoulders where hers would be. And she just kind of... That one gets to touch the paintings next. And she points at Orion.
Why?
Because I'm done touching paintings. And thus I get to rip them to shreds.
Okay. He's gonna close his eyes and he's just gonna like point and then just turn in circles and then just like randomly just walk up and touch one. Like kind of eeny meeny miny mo.
Roll me a D11.
Yeah.
Gotta love the fact that they
Riley, don't you look at us like that.
3.
Leaf isn't doing anything. You are not allowed to look at us like that.
He's just watching the chaos.
What does
ensue.
Leaf do? Exactly. I just need to know.
Leaf is just watching.
I'm sorry. Orion. I'm sorry. Orion, what do you do?
He's
You're
just
currently looking at a plane painting. What are you going to do?
Pretty lady, I gotta touch it, right?
Yeah, touch it.
Okay. He's gonna poke it.
Nothing happens to you.
David, I hate you.
No.
I hate you.
Hold on.
He looks at the fact that
For
Orion...
the record, okay? I have set everything prior. This is not me right now. This is pure
I hate you.
luck.
He touched what now?
He touched the plane. And the painting actually moves a little bit as you touch it. But nothing happens. Nothing comes out. What do you do?
What do I do?
Push it farther.
Okay. He pushes his big hand on it.
You can see behind the painting primordial lettering.
Leaf. Oh, actually, but Orion.
There's words here. I don't read.
Leaf will walk over.
You would
Shade's
say
just dusting the snow off of herself, the foot above.
you would see that it says say in primordial.
Says what?
Say.
S-A-Y?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He's gonna look around to the other plane's image. You go over to it and try and press that one in.
Wisdom save.
You fucking bitch.
Yes!
16.
What is this chaos? We don't hurt the brute. We hurt everybody else.
You take You take
We're not gonna touch
Four.
the tank. We're going to squish the squishy ones.
you take 4 thunder damage.
Wait, is that
Thunder.
thunder? Is its own?
It's its own damage.
Oh,
Yes. Thunder is its own damage type.
That's such an odd damage. 4 you said?
Yes. Think of it like concussive force. It's technically force damage, but it's not.
Concusses suit of armor.
Yes. So due to the so as you touch it, you feel as if something punches you. And you stumble back 2 steps.
Apparently that's not the one. Which winter painting did you touch?
She hasn't moved, and she just points at it over her shoulder.
Did you touch the first one or the second one? I will let you decide. Remember, there's 2 of them.
Oh, she touched the what was it? The
She went from forest.
but she rolled for it. She touched 9.
Yes.
So
So
the other one.
there's only currently you have a forest. Both planes have been touched. Okay.
Hmm.
A forest has been touched. The
Leave us over
seaside
to- has been touched.
and 1 winter. So you have right now
The
a forest, both cliffs, both deserts, and 1 winter left.
Meanwhile, Orion still has his hand on the painting. He's, what do I do?
Shade
he
is fed up with this bullcrap.
Leaf takes out a rapier and will like get as far away as he can from the painting, the other winter painting, and try and push it with a rapier. It's like I'm not getting close to this shit.
The blade of the rapier freezes.
Nice, I have ice damage now. He turns. So both winter were crap.
I don't like what's going on in chat right now.
He's gonna look
what
at.
do
he's
they
gonna
know
look-
that we don't, David?
He's gonna look at the closest cliff, and he's going to push that one in with his rapier.
Roll me a d2.
Ah! 2.
Nothing happens.
Pushes it in further. Does he get any lettering?
It says sesame.
Does he say that? Does he say
I
that
don't
they're
know.
that's
I don't know.
It says sesame. He's just gonna sit there, and if he could close his eyes and just give the most frustrated look, he would just walk back over the doors and say, "Open sesame."
Which door?
Let's say,
Left, right, center.
We'll say the air door.
So left one. It opens.
Mother of God. He will just walk through, silently. He's done talking. He just walks through.
That old guy. Pretty lady. What do I do?
Pretty Lady's player needs a second.
Do you guys want to take a break?
like she's got all the snow off her now. I just she looks at the forest painting that she got, yeeted mentally into, and she's gonna take out a dagger and chuck it at the freaking painting. She's gonna stab the painting.
It
She
bounces.
doesn't go near it. She just like she's
bounces
at
off of
the other end of the
painting.
room and just.
It bounces off of the painting.
She is now plotting everything she is going to do to Bones. And they are not pleasant things. And she is going to walk through the door. And as she's walking, her clothes change and just become incredibly, like, they're still very elegant and nice, but they are a lot edgier. Just like, they change with her mood. They're just so, she's fed up and she's like, I'm done. I'm done.
You need to make a deck save. Shade.
Walk
Why?
through the door?
I'm going insane.
So for those watching, she got a nat 1 on the next save. um, as you walk through the door,
I am deceased.
as you walk through the door, the floor turns into ice, and you slip directly onto your ass, as if it's retaliating at you for actually attacking it.
But she hit the forest one, not the ice one. The winter one.
It doesn't matter.
You just watch her like she's still like, Gah! Like curses as she lands. She like scrambles back up onto her feet and stares back at the paintings, and you look like in her eye like she wants to pick a fight with these freaking inanimate objects. She legitimately wants to pick a fight with inanimate objects right now, and is contemplating just running back into the room and ripping the paintings apart.
O'Brien's just gonna walk up. Breathe, you okay?
Do I look okay?
You look very pretty.
You know, flattery's not gonna help right now, even though it would normally.
Was flattery?
Leaf's just walking. He
Okay.
presumes people will follow.
Just,
As you all continue, because I'm pretty sure eventually she would just be like, screw this, I'm done with this room, let me go on.
if we ever end up back in this room, she is ripping these things to shreds with her bare hands.
You see at the end of the inside of this next room, there are 2 lion heads standing, technically sitting guard next to this doorway. In the very center of this room, you'll see a small dais with what you could only assume to be a broken piece of equipment. The lion heads' mouths are open. And then you hear the voice once again in your heads. I live in your mind, but I am shown by hand upon heart. I am brought to war, but killing is not my part. My brothers are foolishness, bravery, and dare. My antonyms are cowardice, caution, and fear. I'm respected in fighters, encouraged in the young, and under my name many swords have been swung. I am a quality for all, not warriors alone. I am a greatness as deep as the bone. Answer the riddle. Mend the equipment. Then you may pass on. That is all you hear.
Can you, like, put that in chat? Because that was a lot.
I'll put the riddle into chat for you.
First thing though, Shade, annoyed by voice, and then looks at the others and is like, "Figure you touch it first."
Who's touching it?
You,
Why me?
because you're big and beefy, and I'm tired of getting hurt.
Okay. He's gonna walk up. He's gonna see the lions. Ooh, kitty, pretty kitty. He's gonna pet the lion.
They don't do
They can-
anything.
Hold him to touch.
They're stone.
Okay, touched it. It's a kitty. It's not. It's stone. It's rock.
What is it?
I think I have an idea.
So do I.
As to the riddle. Would you like to share yours first?
Nah.
I think the answer's pride.
I think it's honor.
All you hear is, it's neither.
I hate you. And she does it like that, like it's kind of sing-songy, just like, oh, haha, screw you.
And he's gonna look at the lions, and he's just gonna sit down next to the lion.
Where does he look on the lions?
He was looking them over, generally. Like they're both, their mouths are open, right?
Hmm.
So I guess he'll look in the mouth.
He would, for a split second, see a glint.
Oh, shiny.
Put your
Yeah.
hand in.
Okay. He's gonna reach in.
Do you stick your hand in all the way?
He's gonna go for the shiny until he gets the shiny. He's not gonna pull his arm back yet.
The moment that his arm gets inside, he feels something latch onto it. And
Does
holds
it
him.
hurt?
It holds him in place.
Okay. Can you get the shiny or no?
He would feel it just underneath his fingertips.
Almost got
But
it.
his
But
hand, but his arm is stuck inside.
I need help. I almost got it. I can't move my arm. Help, please. Pretty lady. Metal guy.
He just looks. And then looks at Leaf.
Uh,
Somehow I don't think that leaving him there is the worst thing to do.
You help him or will I?
I think out of the two of us, you being made of leather actually makes you stronger. Just... And
You
she's
will
gonna
walk
traipse
over.
on over to that dais.
He will walk over to Orr and try and help pull his arm out.
and he's gonna pull back to try that.
Also, the chat thinks that the answer is Red Bull.
No, it doesn't give you wings.
I don't know. It brings you to war. Or you bring it to war.
I, the player, think I know the answer, but Ryan will never figure it out.
Okay, player-wise, what do you think the answer is?
Courage.
Yes.
It's a lion. Courage is the yeah.
Well, now I can't be meta! Because Shade wouldn't be thinking about that at all, either.
Can I make an intelligence check to see if Leaf would figure it out?
Go ahead.
Okay. Because it's been shared with us, but 13.
I will make it easy for you. You would realize that whatever is holding him has a twin that needs to be triggered to be released.
Looks at the lion, looks at the other lion. He reaches his arm in.
Where? The other lion?
Yeah.
You don't know what you're looking for. So,
Nope.
how far do you go?
As far as it'll let me.
Your arm goes in, but it doesn't trigger.
He'll pull his arm back out.
Do you find the shiny?
Look into the hole. Does he see anything with his blind sight?
No. Because your blind sight would not trigger this. It would
I'm
not.
wondering if he'd see anything like in its mouth using it.
Mm-mm.
No.
Nope.
There's a shiny in there.
Looks at Shade. Will you mend that, please?
And what?
The thing on the dais.
She looks at the thing on the dais. What is it?
It looks like a astroglobe, but clearly it looks broken, as if
Like-
it was shattered in multiple pieces.
Yeah, no, mending won't work on that one. Because that mending only works on one piece, unless you would let me meticulously mend a single crack at a time.
If you find all pieces, then maybe you could.
That's
but-
Yeah, I don't have the magic for this one. Sadly.
Hmm.
How far apart are the lions?
They are about 10 feet from each other.
So wider than his arms would be if he were to try to put both. Of his
Well,
arms.
if his arms weren't, well, if his one arm was not latched up to the elbow,
Yeah.
yeah, you would be able to reach both.
Yeah, makes sense.
But currently, it's latched around your wrist, and your arm is up to your elbow inside of its mouth.
Shade's gonna walk over to where Leaf is, and she's gonna take a peek inside the mouth.
She would see the glint.
She looks at him. You don't see that?
No.
It's a shiny.
Yeah. Scoot.
Moves out of the way.
She looks inside. If I lose my arm for this, someone's getting me a prosthetic, because I kind of need it to be able to play. And just takes her arm, rolls up her sleeve, shoves it in there, going for the shiny thing.
Do you touch the shiny thing?
Yes, she's touching the shiny thing.
I'm making sure. As you touch it, you also feel the clamp on your arm
Yeah.
for 2 seconds. And you both feel the pressure as if something's about to crush your arm.
You just ow,
Do you
ow,
hold?
ow.
Do you leave your arm there?
Well, if it lets me go, no.
And that's not the question. Question is, you starting to feel this pressure build up. Do you let go, or do you hold on?
He's gonna hold on. He wants a shiny.
Shade wants to let go, but she knows what's in here is probably gonna help them, so she just is like, she's just letting out this continual string of curses loudly in every language that she knows, and is holding on for dear life.
For 6 seconds, the pressure builds after it clamps onto your arm, as if testing you.
Ow, 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 ow.
After those 6 seconds, it releases, your arms are freed.
She's like she wanted to come out so hard, you just watch her go and fly backward.
Tickle a little bit.
In your hands are pieces that look identical to the Astroglow piece that was on the dais.
He's pretty. He's shiny.
Do we have bruises or is there just no mark?
Leaf
You
is
can't
just
tell
reciting,
anything.
Leaf is reciting the entire not riddle again to himself under his quote unquote breath.
Shade will walk over, pluck the other piece from and is then gonna go over to the thing and try and mend it.
What does my shiny?
And she just like goes over and takes them and starts trying to put the pieces together and use mending on the like the seams where it broke.
Gets repaired, and there's a groove in the center of the table.
Let me out.
You set it on the table. The lions, from the position of rest, look to stand and almost roar before the door between them opens, as if saying, "You're free to pass for passing the test."
Didn't answer the riddle.
She goes,
yet.
"Noom." Wanna get out, wanna get out, wanna get out, wanna get out.
Didn't answer the riddle though.
Yes, actually, you did.
Hmm?
When you left your arm inside.
Oh, courage. Okay, I get it. Then he will follow.
When I had to go through my notes in order to actually get to each room that you guys passed. You get into this room, and it looks lavish. You would swear that you actually are not in a cave anymore. That you're currently within a throne room. There are, you would see, majestic tapestries inside. Tapestries, apparently I can't talk. Inside. You would see gold, gem encrusted panels all over the place, stained glass windows. You would swear for an instant that you have somehow come from a cave system into a kingdom. That you're actually waiting for a actual audience with a king or queen. No idea as to
Rapid-
where did you guys go to, how did you guys get there. No, nothing. But
Like
once
the-
again, you hear the voice in your head. The rich want it, the poor have it, and both will perish if they eat it. As you stand there, and you wait, a wailing sound is heard from a distance, from behind you. The door behind you is now a large double doors.
Do you have to
And you're
repeat that riddle?
The rich want it, the poor have it, and both will perish if they eat it. As you think about it, you hear screams and wails from behind the door. There's a dragon roar coming from above, and chanting from somewhere nearby. And you can tell that the roar and the wails that are coming in will be there in 30 seconds.
Okay.
You said we're in a throne room?
It looks like a throne room.
Are there thrones?
There's a chair in the center of the room. But it's a chair that looks out of place. That it should not be there, yet it's there.
How many doors? Besides the one we just came through, the big double door.
You can't tell.
Shade's gonna walk up to the chair. She's gonna poke it with her rapier.
You hear the screams and the wails get louder. The chanting gets stronger.
You know what she's gonna do? Because the sound's coming from the doors, yeah?
She can't tell. The only ones that you can tell are the wails, the screams of agony that are coming from the double doors behind you guys. But you can't tell where the dragon roar is coming from, nor the chanting. All you know is it is getting louder.
But the wails are coming from the door.
In that direction.
Shade lets out a very dramatic and sits in the chair. Like, but she just kind of like flops in, you know, with the look frustrated, just like, ugh.
What do you guys do?
She sits in the
You
chair.
have, other than sitting in the chair,
Ryan is gonna hear the wails and he go, "Oh no, somebody needs help!" And he's gonna try to open the doors.
the doors do not budge.
Can he pull on the doors?
You can pull on the doors.
Pull.
Strength check.
Mm. 15.
You rip the doors open, and there's a flash. You guys, roll me a d20 again.
Riley, you look like you want to die.
Just got sent back to the beginning.
You're back at the beginning. You now see that the kobolds are throwing fruits and vegetables inside this giant pot. And once again,
Nope, not even waiting for the rumbling. Shade's just going down the hall and to the right.
Leaf follows.
Ryan's gonna
Because I'm assuming the middle is now gone. Both gone.
I did not ignore the riddle. I would like to
Okay,
point that out,
it
chat.
wasn't either of us who went and opened the door.
the two of them were
So-
doing good. It was the other one. I
He
love
heard
this.
sound. He's not smart. He doesn't.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
We go down the right
go-
hall and wait for death.
You go into the right hall. There's images of landscapes, cities, ports that cover the room. The same voice that you've been hearing consistently. Right? Once again, the warning. All over again. Answer my riddles, and you may proceed. Fail, and you let the chase resume.
Say that one more time and I'm going to stab you in your bony gut.
After a moment, as if letting you just release your anger,
She's not. She's just flat out fully angry this whole time now.
You hear, I have towns without people, forests without trees, and rivers without water. And it stays silent, as if waiting for a response.
One more time.
I have towns without people, forests without trees, and rivers without water. Bless you. Bless you.
Good. Another riddle we're not gonna answer, and we're gonna fail.
Walmart.
You can probably find this at Walmart.
The answer is Walmart. Honestly.
After a little bit of time, a second you hear it again. This time, offering you a second option. What has a golden head and a golden tail, but no body?
Old coin.
A door on the right opens.
Thanks, DM, for the pity riddle.
Okay.
I have a real life intelligence score of 2.
I'm feeling like that right now too.
Yeah.
No, 3. 3 is the lowest you can roll. I have a real
Leaf will
life
just lead
intelligence
them through the door.
So you go through here. You walk into this room. I'm actually gonna let the chat answer the other one.
Can't wait to feel stupid.
Yeah. That was the answer.
You. I am
I wanted
stupid.
to say the beginning, like before the thing, like forest
But
without
there
trees,
wouldn't-
like the saplings, and then building people
Yes.
because town out of the hole.
So you have a room that you can say that you actually would see
You're
Pipes.
kidding me.
knobs. What?
The other riddle. They just answered it.
Yeah.
I hate you.
I don't understand why.
I don't hate you. I hate me.
I hate both. Him and me.
What the rich have it, or rich want it, and the poor have it?
Yeah.
What was the answer to that one?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh,
All you had to do is do nothing for that room.
Shade wasn't gonna do.
You sat down. That's technically doing nothing. But anyway, this room. You find it with pipes, knobs, and cranks.
Oh.
Center of the room, covering from wall to wall, is a pit of acid that covers a 30-foot gap. In order to pass through, you need to get over that 30-foot gap. You could see that there looks to be a bridge that is currently being covered by the acid. Mm-hmm.
Nope. Nope.
Answer-
I'm gonna wait
ask
on
your
that.
question.
Nope. I'm gonna wait on that.
Okay.
Are all the knobs and cranks and whatever you said they're on this side or on that side?
No, they're next to you. I'm not that evil.
Is there anything on that side?
The door to pass through.
Only the door.
Only the door.
Okay.
There
I have
are
something in my back pocket. But anyway,
3 knobs and 4 cranks on this side. Okay? The riddle. Feed me till I'm full. Too little or too much, and you might feed them.
Don't like that.
So, you know that you have 3 knobs and 4 cranks. 1, 2, 3 for the knobs, 1 through 4 for the cranks. What do you do? What do you do for a
Leaf-
Klondike bar?
Leaf will go to the knobs. To the first one. Very lightly turn it. Like looking for what happens.
How many times?
Once.
Nothing changes.
Twice.
Nothing changes.
3 times.
The acid pool raises slightly.
Turn it back.
Nothing changes.
Second
It's
knob.
still the same amount.
Second knob. Turn.
How many times? Just give me a
Twice.
number. Twice? It goes up a lot more.
Shit.
Compared
Turn
to...
it.
Hold on. Let me explain. Compared to the very small, minute amount that it changed with the first knob, this actually changed to about triple that volume.
So is the pool
Turn it.
louder than it was?
Back.
The pull, so just to give you a better understanding, right? From the top where you guys are standing to the very top of the acid pool where you guys started, before knobs are touched, there's about a 20-foot difference. Okay?
Uh-huh.
When he touched the first knob, it went up half a foot. When he turned it the second time,
Foot and a
it
half.
went up foot and a half. Oh, 2 feet. Just put it that way, 2 feet. Okay?
So we have less space between us and the pool.
No. So you guys, so understand this, right? You guys are up here.
Uh-huh.
Then there's also a ledge
20 foot.
that goes like this down into an actual bridge. So this little ledge here goes down 20 feet.
Got it.
That 20 feet is currently, so the actual bridge is underneath about 5 feet of acid. So right now, it's going up 2.5 feet. What do you guys do?
And how far is the gap from one side of the
30 feet.
I can throw us.
Rather
You're
not
not gonna
try.
need to throw me. I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
He will go over to. You said there's cranks.
There's 3 knobs, 4 cranks.
He'll go to the first crank and crank it 1 time,
Nothing changes.
twice.
It goes up half a foot.
Shade goes to the last crank and goes 1, 2, 3.
Nothing changes.
Third one, 1, 2, 3.
It goes up 5 feet.
Second one, 1, 2.
Nothing changes.
She's just gonna full force turn the last knob
How many times?
as far as it'll go. Or does it just always goes? Like there's no limit? Or
It
like
goes by rotation. I'm asking you, how many times are you turning the knob?
3 times.
Nothing changes.
Riley looks so stressed.
I don't understand this one. I'm lost. Player does not get it. Neither
She's
does
gonna go back to the fourth crank and go 1, 2, 3 again.
I'll tell you again. Okay? Feed me till I'm full.
She's gonna keep going.
Too little or too much, and you might feed them.
She's gonna go until it's full, but not anymore. Like right up at the.
Now hold on. You did the fourth one. How many times?
Okay.
And it went up by how much?
I'm going to help you guys out with a small little hint. Okay? Each knob, each crank needs to be manipulated a certain amount.
How far is the acid from the top now?
Acid to the top right now. If we're just gonna count it as when it's 5 feet above the actual bridge, you are currently looking at 9 feet. There's a 20-foot gap between the bridge and
You'll go-
where you guys are standing.
He'll go to the second knob and turn that until it goes once.
Nothing changes. You have a feeling that since you turn this knob, it doesn't move anymore, as if you've rotated it the correct amount of times.
Can I do a thing?
What's the thing?
Shade gets bored and Misty steps to the other side with her racial trait.
Okay,
And she's gonna go to the door and see if it opens.
does not open.
So now she's on the other side, she can only use that once. And now she's just looking at the others like,
Does she
Uh,
do
Figure it out!
anything
So-
else?
1, 2, and 3.
well, she's
Stop.
gonna look at the door and she's gonna try and see if there's anything on the door. Or anything on the other side that she can see. Do you want me to investigate?
Yeah. Roll me investigation, actually.
Each of the knobs have been turned enough, right?
No.
Hmm?
She sees scratches on the door. She can tell that there's scratches on the door, but at this moment in time, she is so frustrated with everything, she can't make heads or tails what it is. Would
just
she-
slumps.
Would she like to do anything else?
She just slumps and she pulls out this little drum that has been sitting on her hip the whole time, and she just starts like just tapping it. She's just done. If she can't
Second-
see anything, she's not going to like.
I didn't say she can't see anything. My words were just now, she sees scratches on the door that she's so frustrated she can't make heads or tails of.
Leaf will go to the second crank and crank it once. Twice.
Nothing. Nothing.
3 times.
Nothing.
He's gonna call from the other
Or-
side. There's
Once again,
scratches
that
on the
quarter-
door.
That half a foot.
Half of a foot.
Half of a foot.
I'll go to the... Oh, can he still turn this one?
I don't know. Are you trying to turn it more?
Yes, he'll turn once more.
It goes up another foot.
He'll try and turn it one more time.
It turns, but he has the same sensation as the knob.
He'll go to the third one. He'll turn that once.
Mm-hmm.
Anything?
There's a change, but I'm not going to tell you every single time there's a change or not. I want to know, do you crank it the once? Do you crank it twice? Like, how many times are you trying to? Answer that
Just-
question.
Just the once.
Just the once? Okay. It goes up another foot.
So we're what,
5.5 feet.
7.5?
No, you guys are about roughly 12 feet.
You said we were at 9.
9
Yeah.
plus 2. 11. Sorry, 11.
Above
There's a
or from the top?
above the pool, above the bridge that you need to cross. The acid is now sitting at 11
They
feet.
want to know how far they are from the top of it, so like lower the number, not.
So you're
Yeah.
currently 9 feet. Does Shade want to look for anything else?
She was looking for anything and got
I
a
asked
whole.
you and you did.
Yes, she wants to look for
So give me a
any kind of
perception check.
button, knob, switch,
Give me a
thingy,
perception
shenanigan.
check.
Whole of 7.
She sees that there's a paper tucked in a little alcove.
She just kind of undignifiedly crawls over and takes it.
Yeah, that sounds like fireworks. You open it, and for a moment, you hear laughter.
I hear what?
Laughter.
Is there anything on the paper?
The paper just says. It just has numbers. In no proper order. All you see is 4352168.
She looks at it, and she looks over at the others, and she recites the numbers. That's all I have. Door
What are the
isn't
numbers?
moving.
What was the numbers?
4352168.
He'll go back to the first knob, turn it one more time.
Uh-huh. Keep
He
in
tries
mind
to-
how many. I'm not keeping track of how many things that you guys have manipulated.
Yeah, neither are we, so we're screwed. So I know I did it 3 times for the first one. The first number was 4, so he's gonna do it one more time.
Mm-hmm.
Second one, I believe we did twice.
Mm-hmm.
So one more time, or what was the numbers? Type them out.
432-168. No, 435.
Understand this. The numbers are not in order. They are random.
Why?
Because if I did that, I'd be giving you guys the answer. Why am I gonna do that?
We're gonna fail this. We don't know
No.
what we did to any of
Actually,
the
no.
stuff.
You know what? I will be nice to you. Knobs 1 and 2, you did 4 and 2. Crank 3, you did 1.
Which ones have cannot be moved again?
Knobs 2 and crank 3. So the numbers are in order again. That I dictated them to you. 4352168. I'm actually going to write it out for you. and so far what you've done.
Ryan's gonna walk up to Leaf. We gotta pull it off the wall.
Have to turn these right amount of times. I have no clue what are the right amount of times for each one of these.
I have given you the numbers that you have dictated to me as to what knobs and which cranks you have moved. I have also dictated to you the numbers that I gave you that were written on the paper.
And you said crank 3 we cannot move again.
Crank 3 and knob 2 are done.
Okay.
Rank 3, knob 2. So 2 and 1 are done.
Yep.
He'll
So
go to, he'll go to knob 1, turn it. Two more times. As if he doesn't get stopped before then.
Which one?
Crank 1. Or sorry, knob 1.
So crank 1,
No, knob 1.
knob 1,
2 more times.
nothing changes. You don't feel a difference. It doesn't stop you like knob 2 or crank 3. Something tells you that at this point, whatever was giving you was actually offering you a hint. He's not there anymore. Now it's up to you. As if getting the paper removed that help.
Knob 2 is done.
yep.
Knob 2, crank 3.
3.
But I did actually say also that knob 1 was also okay. So, figure
At-
out what it is.
At the 2 times additional or before he turned it?
Can't tell you that. Anybody want to look around? You guys pretty much just like
Perception
came
check.
straight into it and started playing around with the knobs and cranks.
Shade is on the
Perception
other
check.
side.
Hold on, wait. I am
God.
just saying. Shade has actually looked around for stuff to help out. I didn't say the fact that she did it wrong.
17.
Leaf would find under crank 4 a small little diagram that goes knob, crank, crank, knob, crank, crank, knob. But there is no number classification, there's no knowing which positioning the knobs and cranks are.
It was knob, crank, crank, knob, crank, crank, knob.
Yes.
So knob 1 was done, right? That's at one point it said you can't, or it basically stopped me.
You're not sure. Knob 1, you have a feeling like it's there, but you're not 100% certain. Knob 2 and crank 3, though, you know for a fact are done.
Okay. I will go up to crank 2. Sorry. Crank. Wait, what crank was done? 3?
Crank 3, knob 2.
Cool. I will go up to crank 1, turn it once more.
Mm-hmm.
Go up to crank 2, turn it twice more.
Mm-hmm.
Go up to crank 4, turn it 6 times.
Mm-hmm.
Go up to knob 2.
That knob 2 is done.
Knob 3, we'll turn it 4 more times.
The moment that you turn it that 8th time, you hear hissing. The pipes start to shake. And the acid starts to boil. And it almost looks as if it's going to come up on top of the actual platform that you guys are standing in.
Shade yeets herself at the door.
A second later, the acid drops down to 10 feet below the bridge.
Oh, that took was a fucking perception check. Of course it did. He will walk across the bridge.
The doors opened as you actually hit the bridge.
Flip off the acid as he walks across.
Horace is gonna follow. He doesn't understand anything that just happened.
Leaf is flipping off the acid.
Shade is trying to open the freaking door.
It opens. The moment that their feet hit the bridge, the door opens.
She opens the door and she goes.
Shade, not waiting for them,
No.
would be the first one to the room. And she would see, not hear, but see, skywriting in the middle of the room. All that's written is, "Name me, and so ye shall break me."
Is there anything else in the room?
Does Leaf get there?
Leaf will get there at this point. And you can see that there's an hourglass. And there's also what would appear to be 3 monkey statues.
Are
Except
they doing?
2 of them are broken. And 1 is covering their mouth.
Do we see the broken pieces anywhere?
Leaf will look
No.
at the skywrite and instantly just say silence.
The door closes, slams shut behind. And for a moment, a humming is heard. The door opens on the other side of the room.
Mew.
Except
Monkeys
the
are
fact that
just
there's
another.
2 doors. One opens a second later. There's
She went for the
directly
first one.
ahead and to the left. So you went directly ahead?
Unless somebody stops her, she's just gonna march through that first door.
Pretty lady, where you going? There's another door. There's 2.
Stops.
Why?
Is there anything on the door that Orion can read? Wait, he doesn't read, so
So
Are there
no.
anything on the doors?
he would know
If there was anything on the doors, there's no way of knowing it now because the doors were open. These doors don't just swing. They retract into the floor.
No.
So any distinguishing marks are now gone. So the choice is, do you go straight or you do the U-turn.
Can he make a smell perception check and see if he smells anything under each bolt?
Go ahead.
He's smelling like sniffing for food.
He
Then he-
smells. There is nothing coming in right now.
From either door.
No. There's no way. Nothing that actually tells him to go down. Either path.
Does one smell better than the other? Like less scary?
Less scary. The definition of scary. No.
Okay.
But I would say that there is something alluring coming out of the door straight ahead.
And when you say
Hell no. Go to the second door.
some smells nice this way.
Are you sure? Okay. He's the one that looks to be leading the party right now.
Oh, I know. I'm not actually going
So-
anywhere, but
Which door do you want to go through?
something alluring, that's a goddamn trap.
It smells nice this way, guys.
Does Orion go through the door?
Remembering when he opened the door and caused the issue before, he's gonna wait for a minute.
The door's open. There's no issue this time.
No, I know, but he's gonna wait for a minute and look at Pretty Lady.
Shade is going to walk in front of the open doorway and look inside first.
It's a hallway.
She's going to go and look down the other open doorway.
It's a hallway.
Leaf will look down the hallway with 60 feet of blind sight in case there's darkness or something blocking.
There is nothing.
It's just a straight hallway.
It is straight hallways.
Can I
There's-
attempt perception?
Ah,
Sure.
yes, the door,
ahead.
our mortal enemy.
Roll a 13.
She would see something large. Like
Left
a
hall?
shadow
Stop
of
looking at Orion.
something in the left hall.
There's something down there. And I don't think I like that.
And that's the left hall. He was
That
smell
is the
something at the straight hall.
Yes. Straight or left? Come on, guys.
How far down is this vague, large shape?
80 feet. That's the reason why you could only make out a vague outline. You could tell, though, that it is about 12 feet tall.
Nope. 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 She goes the other way. She just,
Follow.
nope.
Okay.
A pretty scent, Pretty Lady. It's a good choice.
So, when you walk into this room, there are 6 tapestries hanging on the wall. They look to be almost rug-like. About 10 feet. The door behind you slams shut. Seals once again. The door in front of you, or at least would be in front of you, is 120 feet up on the wall.
What do the tapestries look like?
You can look, you would end up seeing, well, Leaf's blind sight would just show him 6 what looked to be standard rugs, carpets, whatever.
He still has regular sight, by the way. He just also has blind sight.
Well, I kind of took it as just blind sight. They look like Egyptian rugs, for lack of a better term,
And what are
6
the
of them.
designs?
hanging up on the wall. Design wise, they look pretty basic. There are designs put into it. One's blue with red and gold trim. Another one is yellow with the red. One is brown. One is dusty. There's one that looks pristine as if it's just came out of like the cleaning. And then there's a nondescript one that's currently hanging about 10 feet from you. Now, each of these are within about 5 feet of each other. So where one ends is a 5-foot gap to the next one. You are in about each of these tapestries are also roughly about 10 feet long by about 7 feet wide.
He will look around for any sort of hint.
What do you do? What are you...
Searches
Mhm.
behind the tapestries, all around the tapestries, looks at the rest of the room if there's anything else.
Underneath, behind one of the tapestries, you would end up seeing the word. The primordial word for levitate.
He will touch that tapestry.
Nothing happens.
He will say levitate.
Nothing happens.
He will jump off. He'll run back 2 rooms and jump into the pit of acid.
You can't do that because
Damn.
That's sounding like a good idea.
So it says levitate. I look at the tapestry. Is it the nondescript one?
what about it?
Which tapestry is it?
That would be the third one on the right.
Description wise?
It looks like a single red tapestry with a white symbol in the middle of it.
Touch the symbol.
Nothing happens.
Why?
And Orion smell where that scent was?
Orion smells that comes from the second on the left.
Yeah. This one. Try this one.
Leaf will walk over and just poke it.
Nothing happens.
Look behind it.
Nothing happens.
Can he lick it?
Shade would notice with her 24 perception that one of the tapestry's hooks holding in place look to be a little bit newer compared to the others.
Yank.
Strength check.
Oh, come on!
You're the one who yanked it.
Oh, wow!
You actually knock off one of the 2 things that are holding it.
I do what?
This should have
There's 2 things holding it. Your 21 managed to pull one side out.
She looks over to Ryan.
Yeah.
Get over here and help me! Please.
Okay.
She's gonna yank again, and I mean, she's mainly gonna let Orion do it, so can she give him the help for
Mhm.
advantage?
Yes.
What was it
This
from
thing
shit,
does
bro?
not move.
He is also going to go again, and can Orion help her?
Yeah.
Yes. You
20 for
yank this
22!
thing out, and it lands in a bundle in front of you.
Well, pretty lady, strong.
Shade is so angry that the adrenaline coursing through her is just like, whoa, causing
Yep.
her to yank this thing down. And she picks it up and she shakes it. Does it do anything?
Leaf will walk over and say levitate to the tapestry.
Hearing the tapestry, it actually starts to pull itself out of Shade's hands and
Absolutely not.
lays down on the ground 3 feet above, as if waiting.
Leaf will
Whoa.
step onto it.
I'm keeping this when we leave. And she gets on it.
That's cool. He'll jump onto.
The carpet takes you guys to the room, to the actual door, which swings outward as you approach.
Leaf will step in first.
Shade will let Orion get off, and then she'll get off, and she'll have her hand
The
on
carpet drops immediately as her foot leaves it. The door closes up behind you.
Is your goal to make Shade as angry as possible this entire thing?
No, it doesn't happen though.
That was fun. We went flying.
As you guys continue down
water
this
slide.
hallway,
And we went flying on a carpet. This is awesome.
you end up in a room that has what looks like an hourglass on it in the center of the hall, in the center of the room. There's nothing else. There's no other tells. Just this simple looking hourglass. A normal hourglass in the center of this room, sitting on a small table.
Boy, we can tell time.
What
There's
do
nothing.
you do?
Nothing at all. Is the sand all at the bottom of the hourglass?
The sand is at the bottom of the hourglass.
Flip it. And set it back down.
The timer starts.
Of course it does.
You hear rumbling.
Oh no, not another ball.
10 seconds in. You hear shouts. 20 seconds in.
Can I have a
You
perception
hear.
check for anything else in the room?
You could. You hear that dragon roar again. But this time it's closer.
14.
The sounds are coming from everywhere. But you notice that the time coming through is going a lot faster than what you think it should be.
Is there another door?
30 seconds in, a loud thud is heard. Nothing.
Door? Anywhere?
Door opens after that.
I'll go walk to the door.
You go in through this door.
I'm just supposed to bide our time.
You end up seeing a metal figure laying on a table.
Like humanoid looking metal figure?
Mm-hmm. Description wise, that was given to you. you would think that this is what you were tasked with getting.
Leaf, the animated armor, will step up to whatever this humanoid-looking hunk of metal is, and looks him over.
Leaf wouldn't recognize it.
Wouldn't or would?
Would not.
Okay.
Because this is the first of its kind to ever appear within this realm. But outside, it's a warforged.
Shag.
You're muted, by the way.
Shade is gonna walk up and look at it. Even if she doesn't know what it is, she's gonna look at it.
Does anybody do anything to it?
Is it
Shade's
broken?
gonna poke it. Because it's Shade.
Is it broken at all, by the way, in any way, shape, or form?
It's not. But the moment that Shade touches it, she would hear, well, you would all hear, 5 voices coming out of it at once.
Oh God.
Each voice screams something else differently, but they're all talking over each other. Except that there's one voice that kind of comes out a lot stronger compared to the other 4. And all it says, and all you hear is, "Get away. Get away now."
Leaf will back away.
The moment that that voice is heard, the amount of magic that explodes out of this body. How close is Shade?
She poked it. She's right there.
No, I thought that she may have stepped back when.
Nope.
Okay.
Breaks out the 10d
Say goodbye to
six.
Shade, guys.
She takes 4 force damage
Apparently not.
and gets
the
knocked back.
The one time I was resistant, I did take.
And gets knocked back 10 feet.
Just hear her yowl as she goes flying back.
Brian will try to catch her.
Strength check.
Nine.
He
This is
tries.
where-
She lands straight into his face, bowling him over.
Oh.
Probably wouldn't. She's only 40 pounds. She's small.
She's
Wait.
small, but she's also tall as hell.
So is
And
he.
getting launched backwards. Yeah. And remember, he's laying down. Force is same direction. So she's not getting launched backwards. She's kind of getting launched at an angle. So she's
Anyway.
going up.
Ouch.
So yeah, she smacked you in the face. With her back.
I'll make a perception check. What else is in this room?
Roll me that check for. Oh, you rolled a 14.
No, that was the old one. 16.
You could tell that there are in this room clear signs of weapon damage and magic damage. But it's only coming from. There only looks to be one source.
This
And
body
it's-
on the table.
Different types of damage. There's slashing, there is magic, there are what looks to be arrow bolts, daggers, rapiers. Well, it also looks to be a great axe. And eventually, the voices die out. And the one that warned you is the only voice you hear again. Why are you here?
We're here to get you.
money, and I'm gonna get it, damn it!
I was told to.
This metal being sits up. And he stares at you all with his with his sapphire blue eyes. Shirtless. And you could definitely see that there's some organic components to his body. His bicep, stomach, part of his chest. All organic. As if he was rapidly fused and didn't fully come over. And he just stares. And all he says is, "You should never have come. Regardless for what money or reason."
Good advice too late doesn't do anybody any help.
Sure.
I was tasked with a mission to come find you and supposedly find an answer to my master's my master's words.
He gets up. Stumbles a bit. As if it's the first time he's woken up in years. And he looks to you all. And all he says is, "I'm sorry. I don't have the answers to your questions or concerns. So I can't help you with that. But I'm guessing for coming to get me, the thanks are in order." And he looks to Shade. "I can give you some of that money if that's what it really comes down to." And then he looks to the other two. And just lightly bows, but you could hear a lot of creaking out of him. And not to be rude, but thank you. The name is Garnet Freesword, at your service. As he says that, a door opens up behind him. And he just looks over and goes, "Who the fuck would end up making a damn code to be in my name? Who knows me?" Confusion up on his face. And he turns and he limps away into this door, trying to find an answer himself. And as he walks,
Me will follow.
you would end up seeing a tattoo on his back with a phoenix and a sword flying through clouds and a pirate ship on his other shoulder. It looks tattered, it looks ripped, it looks as if he was stabbed multiple times in his back. But for some odd reason, this tattoo is still pristine. But the skin underneath it, you could definitely tell he should not be alive with the kind of wounds he had. Do you all follow the cyborg out the room?
Leaf
Yes, because
does-
Shade wants her money.
As you all walk down this hallway, occasionally Garnet would end up flashing magic without meaning to. There's random bouts of firebolts, prestidigitation. You could definitely tell that there's some chaos within his body, but you can't tell what it is. And as you go through, you see standing at the other end of the hallway, a Death Knight with his sword in the ground and just standing there, both hands on the hilt, staring.
Do I get to kill something now?
And you hear a voice, not even a voice, you hear something coming out of this Death Knight. And all it says is, answer the words, and you may pass. Garnet, not really in a good mood for just waking up and feeling this itchiness inside as he's constantly flaring with magic, pulls out from a bag of holding a bladeless hilt that he lights up and, not even thinking, rushes forward. As he gets within striking distance with his sword, he freezes, and motes of light appear around him. And you hear the voice that you've been hearing throughout this entire thing. And all it says is, no harm will come to him. But you're almost at the end. Don't start anew, or your friends outside will have a feast to deal with. The Death Knight's still standing before Garnet, not moving, even though Garnet's blade is just at its neck.
Leaf will walk forward.
As Leaf walks forward, it hears the following. Well, you all hear it coming from the Death Knight. My life can be measured in hours. I only serve to be devoured. Slim, I am quick. Fat, I am slow. Wind is my foe.
One more time.
My life can be measured in hours. I only serve to be devoured. Slim, I am quick. Fat, I am slow. Wind is my foe.
Can you put it in the chat?
There are two things going through my head, and I can't decide which of them it is.
Say them both.
And I am so afraid that if I say the wrong one, everything's gonna reset.
Say them both.
The first one I'm thinking is a candle, and the second I'm thinking
You
is just
see, the moment that you utter that, cracks appear in the armor. Bright as diamonds, loud as thunder, never still, a thing of wonder.
Bright as diamonds.
Loud as thunder, never still, a thing of wonder.
waterfall.
More cracks appear in the armor.
Dren shush.
I don't have eyes, but once I did see. I once had thoughts, now white and empty.
Skull.
You see one of the arms attached to the armor break off.
How are you getting these?
Never resting,
No!
never still. Moving silently from hill to hill. It does not walk, run, or trot. All is cool where it is not.
Say it again. I didn't hear the first part.
Never resting, never still. Moving silently from hill to hill. It does not walk, run, or trot. All is cool where it is not.
One more
I'm
time.
afraid
Just
if I
one
say
more time.
the wrong thing, that it's all gonna go wrong. But
Say it one more time.
Never resting, never still. Moving silently from hill to hill. It does not walk, run, or trot. All is cool where it is not.
I want to say something. I also don't want to screw this over.
Name.
oh god.
Can I talk amongst like the out of game, please? I think it's sunlight.
I thought it was wildfire. But sunlight makes more sense.
Yeah, I was thinking like warm breeze, but something like
Because, you know, shade is cool.
I
And-
know!
and it goes from hill to hill. Fuck it. Leaf will say sunlight.
Sunshine, but I'll take it anyway.
Oh, thank God.
The amount of stress right now.
You see it fall to one knee. And the actual helmet cracks in place. What is it that given one, you'll either have two or none?
What?
I think I just had a seizure.
Trust me, I've seen enough. No, you didn't. What is it that given one, you'll either have two or none?
Oh, good. Bring out the hard riddles.
You can converse between each other.
I have nothing to say.
oh yeah.
Really? Wow. You figure that, given it again, you'd be able to figure out the answer right then and there.
What?
Well, you could converse with each other, or you can go to chat. To think
Chat
that's an
has-
answer.
Nothing helpful because
Dren is answering sex toys.
I just did give them a hint.
say it one more time.
That? Or my hint?
Your riddle.
Your riddle.
What is it that given one, you'll have either two or none?
Y'all, out of character, I almost want to say a hint.
You could either converse with each other or converse with chat. That is my hint to you.
I feel like it could be. I don't know.
Just say what you want to say.
This is out of character. A riddle.
No.
Okay, I'm just dumb. Cool.
Out of character. Idea.
No.
I'm still sticking with hint. I think it's a hint.
It's not a hint.
Oh.
Pay attention to what I said is my hint. You can converse with each other or go to chat. What do you have the ability to do? What am I giving you?
Thought?
Leaf want to do it, or should Shade, since she's been on a roll?
I'd rather just jump into the pit of acid.
I think we all do
Shade
it.
will
Wait,
say a
hold
thought.
on.
No, she won't, because you
Dren,
said
do you want to give it? Dren, do you want to help them?
Oh, husband mine? Can you stop calling yourself dumb and give us a hint? Husband mine.
Please.
Stares anxiously at chat. God, an answer? Or a question?
Question.
Mm-mm.
Conversation?
Wow, I didn't think that this would actually stump you guys.
We're just stupid.
A or B?
Okay.
A or B?
We said answers. You said no.
A or B?
Options! An option! Shade will... An option! No?
Come on, come on. Come on. I know it's in you. I know it's in you. I know
Tren
it's
is
in
screaming at me.
Choice?
you. Yes!
Jesus Christ.
The armor breaks down completely.
Such a... can I just leave?
No, actually...
Kill my character. Let me leave. I'm done.
He's just gonna like open the armor and just like crawl into himself and him disappear.
Just bag of holding myself.
Yeah.
She just stabs herself and uses her own psychic blades to just die.
Wow.
So Leaf will say choice.
I actually agree with Dren. I am proud of you, Shaq, for figuring out the rest of the riddles so well.
Yeah, the other riddles I'm so
I'm
happy
not.
you got.
I
but
want to
dear
go. I want to
God.
die.
Aw, but then we're not gonna get to the best one of all.
Oh god.
Yeah. He said choice. Let's just.
Absolutely none of us trust you.
The doorway behind.
And our misery.
And to think, this was the one I really wanted you guys to go through. Not with the Death Knight. What you're about to go through right now.
Oh my god.
Why?
As you guys step into the hallway behind the Death Knight, you are all transported into a singular hallway. It is 8 feet wide. There is a light wisp floating in front of you, lighting the way for you. And you see written on the side, a choice stands before you. I'll go through each. You're all gonna have. I will give you all the situation that you have, and then I will go through each of you one by one. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Leaf.
Huh?
You see two creators fighting against each other.
Creators?
Your actual creator. You see two versions of him arguing.
Okay.
Creator 1 wants to make you a warrior to fight for eternity. Your home is on the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
That should be your purpose. Creator 2 is telling him to leave you alone. That your home is the world and all. That you need to figure it out for yourself. For you to learn on your own.
Okay.
You hear. By the way, after I give you guys situation, you would all hear this. Choose who's right.
We all see this, not just.
No. This is his situation. But the words, choose who is right, you would all hear.
He looks between the both of them.
They look exactly identical. There are no telling marks between the two.
They're both master. But two different orders. And he looks to the one that said that he should be left alone for him to figure it out. He said to me, the last day of your life, to be free. To be a leaf on the wind. To find a home again.
And you hear him go. Creator 2 answers, yes, you should find it on your own. You are not tied to anything. Creator 1 also chimes in. You could find it on the battlefield. Let all glory and honor be yours.
He looks to the Creator 1. I was never meant for the battlefield. My master knew that.
And then he interjects, and yet you've grown to be a mighty warrior.
That was of my master's doing, not you. And he's pretty set on his choice, which is Creator 2.
Does
have
he
to
stand by
actually
him?
say something? Oh yeah, he'll go stand by Creator 2 then.
Do you touch Creator 2?
Yeah.
The moment that you touch him, You vanish out of this hallway. Shade. Once again, you're in the same hallway. Alone. Except for this light wisp. You see the same writing on the wall. And as you travel down the hallway, you see 3 people before you. 2 villagers, and what looks to be a younger you. Person A, all he's talking about is killing the demon. Person B, save the child, train them to fight our enemies. What do you do?
Looks at the younger her, because if it's as young as I'm thinking, this is pre-item, yes? She looks very different. She's dark purple skin, eyes that look like a void of nothingness, and looks like skin and bones emaciated. Oh god. You know what she wants to do? She wants to stab the one that's talking about killing the demon. So
Whatever your choice is.
she looks at them all. It's like, yeah, no, you suck. Pulls out her rapier and goes to stab the one that's talking about killing her.
Person B looks at you. Wonderful. Now we can train her to be a warrior. She could take care of all of our enemies. And that is all you hear before you also vanish out of your room, out of your hallway. Or same thing, but you're writing, you hear it in your head. As you walk through, you see a beautiful field of flowers within this hallway. And you see 2 people fighting over a single beautiful lilac. This lilac almost looks like a sapphire in this field of poppy. It glows for some odd reason, as if drawing the eye and meant to allure and pull out your most primal instincts. You see 2 people over it, and first person is saying that the field is destroyed because the other's jealous. And you can definitely see that there's supposed to be a lot more of these lilacs. But they're stomped over, they've been crushed, they've been ripped out, all their beauty is gone. It's the last one in the field. And the other person says, I didn't do it. It's their fault. They did it for revenge. What do you do? And you're muted.
All right. And they're both fighting over the flowers?
They're both fighting over it.
Right.
You don't know if it's they're fighting for the flower, or if they're just fighting each other and the flower just ended up being there.
And underneath their feet are the flowers trampled underneath both their feet?
Except for this last one, yes.
Okay. No, you hurt the flowers. Stop. You yell at both of them.
They ignore you. They don't give a damn.
And
They
the
step
flowers.
just off of the flower.
So it's growing out of the ground.
It's growing out of the ground. You can clearly see it's growing out of the ground. But they almost step on it. They still haven't crushed it.
And he's just going to like just shove them out of the way and protect it.
Doing that, you also disappear out your room. And now you all appear within a room with a man sitting in a chair in front of Garnet, talking. The three of you appear by the doorway. A long cloak sits over this man, and he's wearing gloves as well as a porcelain mask on his face. And the same voice you guys have been hearing throughout this entire time, giving you guys your riddles, is heard. And Garnet is still flaring occasionally with magic, but you can definitely see that there's something about this man that's not letting the magic affect anybody else. He turns to you all, and he goes, "Ah, I see. You've actually completed all the riddles. Took you 2 tries, but nicely done. I must applaud you."
I don't want applause, I want my money.
Is there anything else I could offer you outside of that?
Pie.
He
Isn't
chuckles.
Speaking.
He chuckles. And a pie actually appears in front of you.
Oh. He's just gonna just face first, shove his face in the pie.
Like a pie eating contest without your hands.
And he's gonna stop. Thank you. Then you go back.
Thief is quiet. And remains quiet.
The way that he gets up, though, you feel is a little bit odd, Leaf, due to your passive.
For thief,
Mm-hmm.
a passive 18.
Mm-hmm. You can tell that there's something odd with his movement. As if he's not completely there, but he is. And he kind of floats over to you. You don't see his legs moving. He doesn't walk, but he more like glides through the ground to you. And he stares at you. And he goes, "I knew your master well. You made the right choice. Your home is still out in the world, and you'll find it one day." Then he looks,
Remains quiet.
leaves you alone. He stands in front of Shade. And he hands her 2 bags. A smaller bag. I was told that if you succeeded, this would be yours. Hands her the smaller bag. And that is just yours. Then he hands her the larger one. And he stops before she can actually rip it out of his hand. And this is for you all. Do not try to shortchange them. He releases it and once again glides back to where he was. And he looks at you all. And he goes, "Do you have any other questions for me?"
Can I leave now?
Were you the one that paid for this mission?
It stops. It gets quiet for a minute. Roll me a perception check.
11.
Would anybody else like to roll a perception check?
Does my passive 18 catch anything?
9.
Why not?
She notices less.
Or realizes that this is not a humanoid.
Mm.
It's more like a puppet.
Like a puppet, like marionette puppet?
Pretty much.
He's gonna just like eat his pie and look up. You're not real.
And nothing surprises me anymore. I want to leave.
It actually laughs hearing that. And it goes, "You're lucky. If you had left without realizing that, you would not be able to leave. So you have completed the trial of the pit." And as it says that, you can see it morphing into a mimic. And a second later, you all port outside of the main hall, out of room A. The kobold and nowhere to be seen. And stand before you stands the man again. But this time you can definitely tell he's an actual man. And he actually steps around you, the four of you. And he actually strokes the cavern wall. "I hope my pit mimic didn't actually scare you or hurt you."
Can I leave? And she actually starts to whine.
He
The
chuckles.
horse night was fun. And I got pie.
He chuckles. And he actually looks to Shade. And he goes, "I'm sorry, Shade. I actually asked for you specifically to join, due to your skill set. You actually, even though I may have lost my bet, you proved me right. I hope I can count on you in the future."
She holds up the smaller bag. You keep this up? I'll do far more. Can I leave now?
For the record, you should have told him that you would need 500 platinum, and he would have been forced to pay you.
Good to know for next time.
Next time, I'll be the one calling you directly. And he actually sends her,
Keep this
he
up.
actually throws her a
Work out
sending
fine.
stone for her to carry with her.
Fine.
And then she vanishes out
I'm gonna
disappears
say she
too.
handed Leaf the bigger bag so she didn't run off with it.
Oh no! The moment that he snapped his fingers and she disappeared, the money was distributed anyway.
We're pretty lady. We're gonna give you pie. Oh.
Or, I can't do much about your hearing, but you did prove yourself courageous this time.
I did? Okay.
Nicely done.
Thank you. Does that mean I get more pie?
All the pie you want. You have the money for it now. And as he
Oh.
says that, Or also vanishes. And now it's just left with Garnet and Leaf. And Bones looks to Garnet. And he goes, I think you need a new name. That name only works for your older form. I sense some Fae, plus my magic infused. Maybe we can go with the story of the Puck. And you have everything inside. Maybe Gang Puck? Garnet, hearing all this, thanks for a minute. And as that happens, Bones looks to Leaf and goes, you have a choice. Either you can help me help the young one here, or you can travel the world. Find your new home.
So you knew Master Teofel.
He takes off his mask, and you see a lich. And all he does is, yes, because I also trained your master. All I've been doing now is making this playground. Because I want to see who could actually deal with the riddles. And I keep doing it. Every few centuries after somebody passes it. So now I just gotta make a new one. But it is your life that your master gave you. It is the life my student gave you. So it is up to you. You may go out, enjoy the world, find out where your home is, or you can stick around here and help me. You could even do both, or you could do neither. It's up to you. And he hands him a sending stone anyway, before he turns back to Garnet, just as a wolf howl hears, followed by a couple more. And the Warforged stays there for a moment, quiet. And he looks to Bones, and he goes, you know, maybe you're right, but I'll go by the name Wolfgang Puck. And that's it. Have fun, guys.
Hold on.
Dramatic ending.
I think I'll stay here with you. And travel the world. But I have no need for this money. Give it to the one who really wanted it.
Bag disappears, and wherever in the world that Shade wanted to go to, that Bones sent her to, she now has an extra bag of gold, of platinum, sitting in front of her. With the small little letter that says, "From Leaf, to enjoy your life." That's it. I got nothing else. That was
Ta-da!
all. That was all.
It was good.
Thank you for tuning in, everyone. That was our chaos for the day. We have stream
That's-
next week.
That's enough
Our
chaos for a
regularly
week.
scheduled chaos. Return for our angsty, edgy fighter, our sassy sorcerer, our wonderfully friendly furball paladin,
And our no take no shit cleric.
yeah, come back for that. And we'll continue our Twisted Perceptions adventure next week.
And
Buddy.
worst case scenario is if enough people want me to cause more chaos like I did today, even though
Cause
I'm
us more
pretty
pain.
sure that none of these want me to, let us know. And yeah, blow up our YouTube, blow up Twitch, blow up TikTok, blow up our Instagram. Just say you want more of this, you want more of that. Maybe the next time you want Riley, Shaq, or Sean to actually DM. Let us know. It's all up to you. Whatever we give you outside of the actual normal story. Alright. Well, enjoy. Patreon link, Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff is all linked on our bio. So, have fun.
Have a great week and enjoy some milk while you're at it.